Hello and welcome to Coffee and Customer Service. We are Communicate Better blog. I am Jenny Dempsey and I am here with my fantastic co-blogger slash boss slash just had his 14-year anniversary slash he's working at home today and I'm at the office. Jeremy Watkin.
What's
Applause,
up,
please.
Jenny? How's it
Hi,
going?
Jeremy. It's going good. And how are you doing?
Rocking the water.
You know what? So this is called coffee and customer service, but we usually drink water because we like to stay hydrated. You got to take care of staying hydrated.
And
Water or
we both
tea?
have now jeans.
Yeah, water. This is a
Well,
great
TGI,
custom. Oh,
TGIF. I think we have
TGIF.
a little
Yes.
delay
Ah, that'll make it fun. It always makes it fun. The little delay. Is that
going.
delayed?
Totally. So, what's your favorite Disney character?
Oh, I had an icebreaker question for you, but
Oh, what's it? You do yours.
well, so my favorite Disney character is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. But my icebreaker question I was thinking is, what is the most like from what you can remember in all of your 14 years working here? What was your most awkward moment at work?
Um,
I'm sure
let me
there's
think.
lots, but
Uh, yeah, I know it. It was my very first year working customer service. One of my coworkers who eventually married one of our bosses. This was 13 years ago. So I had just been talking to my girlfriend, now wife, and I turned around and this girl's name is Jen, and I turned around and said to ask her a question. I said, "Hey, babe," and I realized what I had done, and I just stopped. And I turned back around and went about my work, and then like a few minutes later, I asked her the question. But she totally knew what I did.
that's funny.
What's your what's your most awkward moment?
It's a toss-up between when I was a vegetarian and ate a Chipotle burrito that had chicken and then ran to the bathroom holding my mouth because I thought I was going to vomit in front of the entire company, or when I was at that same coworker's house and there was a party and one of our new coworkers was there visiting and made a comment on one of my tattoos. Both of those. It was a kind of. Should I say it? A comment? I don't know. Is that inappropriate?
You're welcome. You're welcome too.
The comment on my or a tattoo on my lower back. So they're called tramp stamps. And this individual, that was my first impression, and that's how everyone in front of everyone. Like, yeah, that's probably my two. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one was awkward for all of us. So
Yep,
good times.
yep.
So
But
it's a hot summer day here in San Diego.
oh my gosh. You know what? It's very strange. Like now, the being back and it's really hot right now. I kind of miss fall, the change of season. Everyone back on the East Coast to tell me, oh, the leaves are changing. It's brisk outside. It's nice. It's fall. And you know, you really get used to that. I was only there for 3 years, but fall is incredible, and it's going to be 100 degrees this weekend, and it's kind of gotta get used to that again. It's California stuff.
Hey, you'll get some wonderful fall weather in winter.
January.
Exactly. So what are we talking about today? Uh-oh.
Great, great week. Customer service. What's up? Frozen?
Yeah, it's just a little laggy. It could be my
Ah,
connection. You're
okay.
back now.
And we're back. Yeah, let's talk about what we wrote about this week. We had some good posts and talk about what we're working on, coming up, waiting in the wings.
Well, to kind of kick it off here, I had a Wow, I'm a little tongue-tied. I had fun writing my post on Monday about. I actually have been listening to a book on my commute, which is highly recommended. But I listened to the story of Abraham Lincoln, a biography by Doris Kearns Goodwin, and the book is called Team of Rivals, which just I'll probably write about it in the future, but talks extensively about um, just Abraham Lincoln's amazing leadership style. After reading this, I mean, he was always really cool in my book, but he did some pretty amazing things. He assembled his cabinet of people that had run against him in the president for the Republican presidential nomination, and they were definitely kind of from all over the political spectrum. They were definitely not his buddies, but most of them came to deeply respect him and his leadership style and what he was able to accomplish and during that time in our nation was pretty amazing. But the thing I thought was really cool was a story about his wife Mary Lincoln, and uh, it was right after during the war times health was not good in Washington, and there were like smallpox and typhoid fever were going around, and their son got typhoid fever and passed away, obviously sending him into a deep depression. And one thing that she did after some time had passed, she started volunteering at the hospital where the wounded soldiers were, and working with them, reading to them, helping them write letters to their family, and just such a cool reminder. We all have stuff going on. I've never lost a child. I hope I never do, but losing a family member or whatever. But I think there's tremendous power in stepping outside of ourselves and serving others, which is what she did, and that took a lot of courage in her situation. But I found that pretty inspiring to read about. What did you write about, Jenny, and your ongoing saga with your vehicle?
Yeah, I wrote about part two, the towing experience, and how the tow truck, in both cases, the addresses that were provided to the dispatcher who gave them to the truck drivers were incorrect, and how even at one point when we finally get the car to the right place, the guy backs off the truck into a tree. Thank goodness it was a small tree, but it was still a tree. Didn't apologize for it, just kept going, and then just got in his truck and left. Like, we were standing right there. There was no communication. It was very bizarre. And it's just kind of amazing how these people, you're in a position where you're helping people in distress. People who you pick up are not, happy. Their car was either damaged or is completely broken. People are stressed out, and kindness, you don't have to, I mean, maybe this just sounds silly, but in those situations, any level of kindness is appreciated. Just the tiny little bit, because that makes the biggest difference. And these people aren't even doing anything like that. They're not even showing any empathy or anything. They're just, go there, pick up the car, and while that's maybe how they're trained, what to do, it's like there's a whole nother level to these situations that could, enhance the customer experience as well, and just a lot of room for improvement. So it was a sticky situation, but the next one that I'm going to write next week is positive. I'll give that insight. It's really, it gets better. But, yeah, it was pretty crazy with that tow truck.
I can't wait to read it. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, tow truck drivers, man, they are in some sticky situations, so you kind of have to turn up the empathy there and realize that your customer is probably in quite a bind, and they obviously weren't expecting to be in that situation.
Yeah.
I think I wrote about one a year ago, and I had a really great experience with one, but
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah.
guess it's hit and miss. I guess that's how customer service is, though.
Yeah, very true.
So my I kind of had a gripey post. Um, talking about Costco, and um, for whatever reason, I do not like to be upsold, and I had just for a financial decision decided to downgrade my membership a couple years ago, from the executive membership to the gold membership, and since I did that, they try and upsell me at least every other time I'm there, telling me why it's a better decision to have that membership. And while it may be, when I said no the first time and asked them to stop asking me, they still keep asking me, and that's really frustrating as a customer. Um, I don't think it's ever good to put a customer in a position where they should have to keep telling you to stop doing that. Um, it's kind of like I'm either in the position where I have to give in, stop, um, just completely stop shopping there, um, or wait, what's my third option? Or just keep fighting the fight, which isn't that exciting for me. But um, I mean, in reality, I think it is a better financial decision. So I think I am going to upgrade, but I'm going to go to the counter and do it. I'm not going to give the upselling people the satisfaction of of hearing me say yes. Is that bad? Do I need to just drop it?
Well, I mean, but you're right. I mean, there should be a limit to that. They should ask you once, and maybe they don't know. Your next trip over, it's someone completely different. They don't know that you've been asked before, but there's got to be some level of respect that they shouldn't be, telling you that you're doing something wrong because you don't buy something from them. Like I think that they could approach it completely different, even if they are asking you every time you go. Just approach it differently and not so like you're wrong type thing. Like you could do so much better. Like, no,
Yeah,
I'm okay. You know.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd be really interested to know how much pressure they're under to
Mm.
convert people per se, and they're definitely very aggressive and consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Maybe
know.
you should take that feedback and share it with them when you go to the counter and get some info. Ask them. Just, there's got to be a manager there. You can get some insight, and it actually might help you understand why they do what they do. And then you can talk about it on the next coffee and customer service.
That makes me uncomfortable. But I guess that means I should do it.
You should. There you go.
Actually, I think I
Hmm.
might have a friend that works there, so I might ask him.
Do it. We want to know. We want to know.
All right.
Just research.
So, I guess last but not least.
Hmm. Well, we had our conversational post yesterday. So Jeremy and I met earlier in the day to review some like how we handle our customer feedback, review trends that we get when people respond to our customer surveys, and we found some big patterns and some trends that had a lot. Like the numbers were pretty big for some of them, and we just wanted to, learn a better way to approach that and handle those issues so we can make sure to change our customer satisfaction rating, and bring it to a level that we like. And it's kind of like when you have it laid out like we have it on our whiteboard, and if it's really cool to see it like that, instead of just all these emails coming through with all these survey things and throw them up on the board and be like, oh, that's where we need to improve, that's where we need to improve, that's where we need to improve. And it gave us that big picture, and that's what we really got to look at with that. It was a good post. The good stuff
Yeah,
came out of that.
yeah, definitely. I think the cool thing about um, and kind of to back up a little bit, we got to work with our good friend Jeff Toyster. If you haven't read his book, read Service Failure. Hire him as a consultant. But he helped us do an assessment of our customer service, and it's so cool to have an outside voice. But he helped us establish some key performance indicators to track and to really get our team excited about what we're accomplishing. One of those being customer satisfaction. And, as Jenny and I were looking at the trends, we noticed that I think one specifically, customers waiting for either waiting on hold or waiting for a response to a ticket. we got a lot of surveys saying that we could improve there. I think we're good in a lot of cases,
Mhm.
um, but when we think about that, there's a lot we could do to improve that. And we can see right there how much our satisfaction rating would have gone up if we turn those from unhappy surveys to happy ones. So finally, other than Jenny, you've done such a great job of going through those surveys one by one and responding to people. But finally, I think we have a strategy for looking at them as a whole and figuring out how to make improvements across, across our
Mhm.
whole department, which is really exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. We definitely do. Opportunities for awesome.
Totally. So we'll keep plugging away on that. I think we got a list of 15 or 20 things from Jeff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Um, including defining awesome better.
Yeah, which is such a great thing. Like it's completely necessary. Yeah, he brought a lot. So nice work, Jeff. Nice work.
Totally. So yeah, that is my customer service bucket is empty for the week. How about yours?
Yep, yep. It is, and it's Friday, and it's time for the weekend.
Totally. Empty buckets, that's the way to finish a hangout.
That is. That's a pretty great way.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
I'm gonna take my dog to the vet. So hopefully that results in a happy customer service story next week and not a
I hope
unhappy
so.
one.
Customer service stories are everywhere.
They totally are. Well, Jenny, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you. Um,
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, Jeremy.
be awesome and stay hydrated.
Yes, stay hydrated.
All right, have a fantastic weekend, everybody.
Bye.